Hi, my name's Carl. This video is about a cheaper, faster, and safer system to use a mag drill to open up the pilot holes for your self-tapping permanent C-certs. Most of our customers use a drill just like this. It's a good drill. It's a big drill. It's heavy. That's the problem. It's big and heavy. It weighs at least 85 pounds, maybe 100 pounds. It's a two-man job. Most companies require that two guys manipulate this thing just for safety reasons. And also, of course, they may have to use an overhead crane or a forklift to put it into place. What I'm going to show you is an alternative, a light mag drill, 30 pounds or less. And even I, at age 70 and 140 pounds, can move this thing around freely and position it to start opening up the holes. But it's not just a mag drill I want to show you. It's a whole system of opening a pilot hole so that you can quickly, safely, and cheaply install your C-certs. This is the first part of the system. It's a 60-degree universal center that we designed for use with all C-certs, from the very smallest to the largest, so that you will be absolutely certain that your drill is positioned dead center on the hole. And this is the second part of the system. It's an annular cutter. Now you guys out there may call it a slugger bit, and that's just fine by me. But what it does is it replaces, on a small drill like this, the drill bit that you would normally use in a mag drill. Let's see how this whole process works. Let's install the center in the mag drill chuck. Just a few turns, got it in there tight. I'll swing the drill up, rough position it, and turn on the magnet. Magnet's on, drill's close to center. Turn it off. Now I just do a little fine adjustment on it. And we're centered. Let's get this center out of here and replace it with an annular cutter. Remember, what we're trying to do is open up a 5/8 inch diameter damaged hole to a full 1 inch for a 5/8 11 C-cert. That's what a 5/8 11 C-cert requires. And as you can see, it's never going to fit in there now. That's why we got to open up the hole. So the first thing to do is to put in some paste cutter or paste lubricant into the cutter. I prefer this to fancier gravity fed or pressurized systems. We'll talk about it later. Put the annular cutter or slugger bit into the mag drill's chuck. Tighten down the set screws. And let's start drilling time on it. We started here with a 5/8 inch damaged hole. And now, thanks to the mag drill and the annular cutter, we've opened it up to 1 inch, which is the diameter needed to install a 5/8 11 C-cert. To do that, take the C-cert, take the hex installer that comes with all C-certs, place it in the newly opened up hole, and start turning it with a ratchet. I'm not going to install it all the way because the purpose of this, guys, is not to install the C-cert. It's to show you how to open up the hole so that you can more quickly, safely, cheaply install a C-cert and open up that hole. We've opened up a 1 inch hole with this mag drill and the annular cutter. But you guys may be wondering, can this little machine and these annular cutters make bigger holes? You bet they can. But to do it, we need to step the hole. We need to do what machinists would call a lap cut, because the annular cutter's wall is not thick enough to open up a great big hole all at once. So let's try this. We already have a damaged hole. Well, it's not damaged, but let's call it a damaged hole. You machinists and millwrights and engineers, maintenance mechanics, you've got a good imagination. So this 1-inch hole that we opened up, let's call it a damaged hole. And it was a 1-inch 8 damaged hole. And we want to open it up to 1.5 inches, which is what a 1-inch 8 C-Sert requires. And obviously, a 1-inch 8 C-Sert of this size, not going to fit in here. We have to open it up. We'll do it in 2 passes. I've put in a 1.25 inch annular cutter. That'll be the first pass to make the first lap cut. And then we're going to move on to the final 1.5 inch annular cutter. So let's go. We've opened up the hole to 1.25 inches using this annular cutter, but still, that's not quite enough for the 1-inch 8 C-Sert. We're going to have to do one more pass, open up the hole to 1.5 inches, and then we'll be ready to put the C-Sert in. So to do that, we take out that 1.25 inch cutter, we put in a 1.5 inch cutter, tighten those 2 set screws. Put some cutting paste into the annular cutter. Don't need a lot. Turn on the drill. Let's go. And now, just to refresh your memory, we started with a 5/8 inch damaged hole. We opened it up to 1 inch for a 5/8 11 C-Sert. And then, with that 1-inch hole, we opened it up to 1.25, and now to 1.5. And that 1.5 inch hole is what's needed for a 1-inch 8 C-Sert. In it goes. Nice snug fit. You turn it just like before, and you're done. So we're pretty much done with this, except there's one more thing, very briefly, that I'd like to go over with you. And that is how to make a really big hole. This is a great little drill, and it's good for holes up to about 1 3/4 inches, which is amazing when you consider how lightweight it is. However, let's say you want to put in a really big C-Sert, and you need to open up the hole to, let's say, 3 inches. For that, we have another drill, and it's perfectly capable of opening up holes to 4 inches. It weighs more, I admit that. It's 40 pounds instead of 30. But look, guys, I can pick it up. If I can stand here and hold it and talk with you, you sure as heck can use it out in the plant. So wait just a second, and I've got a final few minutes that I'd like to spend with you. What are the advantages of all this for you? First, this is a safe, one-man operation. There's no need for an overhead crane or a forklift to position one of those big heavy mag drills. Second, this system eliminates the need to hire an expensive outside field machining contractor to open up the pilot holes, even the biggest holes. You can do this yourself. Third, annular cutters cut fast. Less than 2 minutes per cut, sometimes less than a minute. And fourth, the annular cutters cost substantially less than drill bits, yet produce a perfectly nominal, concentric hole. If you're a big steel mill, or a refinery, or a paper mill, or an injection molding plant, with this system, you don't have to wait for your next major scheduled outage to install your C-Serts. You can do it during any mini outage, during half a shift, an hour. It's that fast. Now here at C-Sert, we don't make mag drills, we don't make annular cutters, but we like this system so much that we make it available to our customers at cost, because we want the fastest, cheapest, and safest installation for you. Ask us about it. And please consider us for your next really important thread repair project. Thanks a lot.